Okay, so we're with Sparkle, and Sparkle is 3 years old, and she's just learning the buttons. Now we call them buttons, and this is going to be the way that you communicate with your horse. The button 1 is going to be in front of the girth, button 2 is right at the girth, and button number 3 is behind the girth. Now, as the horse is learning to move, you can use groundwork to teach your horse the buttons, because this is how you're going to control them once you get in the saddle. So for button number 1, we want to move the forehand. So button number 1 is going to be up here. Now we take our bridle and we can actually use our rein to pull the horse's head the direction that we want her to go, and then we can start practicing having her feel what button number 1 feels like until we get that cross. See that cross? Cross, cross. There we go. We got a little bit more than we did before. So now if we want to move her back end, we use button number 3. So we're going to use our saddle, put our stirrup over here in button number 3, tip her nose towards us, and we got to cross, 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 cross. And she did that really well. And so now we're going to try the other side. We're going to ask her, pull the rein right here, tip her nose the opposite way. Sometimes I like to get my hand up here. And we're going to go button number 1, button number 1, until we get a crossover. Come on. Come on. If she gets unstuck, we'll use this button up here. Ready? Button number 1, button number 1. We're going to try to get her. Come on, girl. Come on. Step to the side, step to the side. Button number 1. Come on, come on. Come on, take her head. She's not cooperating very good. There we go, a little bit. Come on, girl. Come on. Now, if she gets stuck, like she got stuck then, we'll go back to the other side. Go back to button number 1 on this side. I'm going to keep my elbow up, and I'm going to get at least 1 step there. There we go. So that's a good start. Toyshawn is trying. Now you've got to pull her head and step up a little bit more towards her head. There you go. There you go. You're asking her to cross over. Use your saddle, button number 1. Now you have her head pulled pretty good. You don't need it that much. There you go. Now ask her to move by pushing button number 1, and let's see if she'll do it. Oh, she's getting stuck. All right, move back to button number 3 and move the back end, because we know that she's going to do that. Tip her head towards you and push button number 3 where your foot would be, and get her unstuck. Oh, she is not being cooperative at all. There you go. Now she's being better. Button number 3, and stop and release. Good. Now come over to this other side, because what you do on one side, you do on the other. And if they get stuck, just go back to the good side. Always go back to the exercise that was successful the time before. Okay, so let's move button number 3. Let's move the hindquarters. Tap, 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 tap. Now you're pulling way over there. You want to get a little bit farther back. Good. All right. Let's ask her to move. Yes, there you go. There you go. Cross with the back. Get her to cross and release. Get her moving. There you go. Cross, cross, cross. Now release. And pet. Always remember to give her a release. That's a good job right there. We're going to ask her to flex, and you're going to take your hand where your hand is going to be in the saddle. Very good. And release. The big important thing is the release. Now, she was having a problem flex last time, but look at how good she is this time. That's really good. Now let's see the other side. So what we do on one side, we always do on the other. You're standing in the safe zone, and oh, look at that. What a good girl. Try it again. And release. Give her a big pet. She did so good. The one thing that she is really good at is getting that flex down. There we go. Flex, 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 and release. Reach up, ask her to flex, and release. Oh, that's so good. The last time wasn't nearly as good as today. Reach down, flex, and release. We're going to be working on a turn on the haunches, which is whoa, back up, Turn into the fence, button number one, button number one. And that side wasn't as good, but that's okay. Now she's walking forward. We don't need to make a click. Now keep her walking forward and halt, back up, halt and back up. Back her up, back up straight, into the fence, button number one. Much better, that was good. Now let's get it good on this side too. All right, ready, and turn on the haunches. Back up, watch your heels, make sure your heels stay down. Button number one. She doesn't like that side, so it's not nearly as pretty as the other way, but let's get her going forward. She's looking over at other stuff. Keep her walking, keep her walking. Okay, and halt, back up, turn to the fence. There, that's good. You've got your turn on the haunches now. You just have to work on it on the other side. Back to working on a turn on the forehand. So we're gonna walk straight. Make sure you keep your hands down, heels down, eyes forward. Get her closer to the fence so you can really use that fence to do a good turn on the forehand. So keep her going towards the fence. Okay, nose to fence, button number 3, fence side, and open the door. Good, and release. Very good. Okay, ready? Nose to fence, button number 3, fence side, and turn on the forehand. Good, did you see that open door? That was great. All right, ready? Turn on the forehand. Cross, 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 excellent. Now try not to turn her head this time so much, and when you hit, her head is going straight, stop pulling. So we can maintain her being straight, so keep walking straight, keep her straight. All right, turn on the forehand. Straighten the nose. Oh, that was perfect. Give her a big pat. Good girl. There you go. Now start looking towards me and try to line up straight. Nice and straight, nice and straight, nice and straight. Now start looking at the barrel. Now look towards the barrel, sit up straight. Go all the way around the barrel. And when you get about right here, now start looking at me and try to go nice and straight towards me. Straight, straight, straight. There you go. Now turn towards the mounting block and make your circle around the mounting block. Remember to use your outside leg. Push your heels down, please. Outside leg. Look at the mounting block. Good. Now look beyond it. Now start looking at me and try to make a straight line towards me. There you go. Get her going. Good. Straight, straight, straight. Now start looking at the barrel and start making your turn towards the barrel. Basic figure eights. Just a really nice way to get your horse nice and round and moving. Now you remember I have to have a straight line in the middle. So I'm your straight line. Make it straight, and now start your turn towards our other target. Just tip her nose and her eye just a little bit so you get a nice little arc. Now start looking towards me. Make it straight as possible. Straight, straight, straight. Now look at the barrel. There you go. Good. Okay, now try the trot. Head towards me. There you go. Now start looking at the barrel. Open the door. Be careful. It's okay. It's okay. Come towards me straight. Push your heels down. Make sure your heels are down. Good. Sit up straight. Sit up. You're leaning back. There you go. Now start looking at your barrel. Push your heels down. Sit up straight. And start making your turn. Very nice. And head towards me. Gotta make the straight. There you go. Now make your turn. Okay, now we're just going to start on trotting circles. You need to push those heels down, sit up straight, use your legs to ask her to trot. There you go. And we're going to do a posting trot. Push those heels down. Your heels are coming up. Heels down. Heels down, toes up. And let's get her trotting. Button number 2, both sides, and trot. Use your legs. There you go. Now tip her nose slightly to the inside. Push those heels down. Your heels are coming up again. There you go. Good. Good. Now that's a nice trot. That's a real nice trot. Say whoa. Back up. Pull to your hips. There you go. Ask her to back up, back up, back up. Good. Give her a big pet. That was great. Okay, let's trot again. And trot. Button number 2, both sides. Come on. Ask her to trot. Heels down. There you go. That's a nice trot right there. Push your heels down every time you come up out of the saddle. Push your heels down, hands down, eyes forward. So every time you come forward, push that hand low. Push your hand down. Push your hand down. There you go. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That looks good. That looks really, really good. Push those hands down. Every time you come forward, push those hands down. That'll soften it for her. That is looking great. Let's stop right there. Ooh. Ask her to back. Want her to get into that habit of making sure she backs. Back, back, back. Let's get a step. Good. Now release and pet. That was fantastic. So thank you for joining today's lesson. And if you'd like to see more, please click on the icon over here for other playlists. And remember, like and subscribe.